Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the DC Universe Classics Blue Devil. This is another character that I know almost nothing about. The only thing I know about him is that, at least I think I know, that he was in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, maybe in the background for a couple episodes. So I'm pretty sure he's a good guy that was in the Justice League at some point, but I don't know. The Justice League Unlimited series kind of included everybody, and I'm not sure if that was canon or not. But either way, he's actually got some really cool aspects. This figure has some things that I really like about him, even though the character design is not necessarily my favorite. Anyway, let's get into the figure. He stands to the top of his horns about 7 inches tall. He comes with this kind of pitchfork spear staff thingy, which is a nice gold plastic. He's molded in this powder blue color, and his hips are slightly off from the rest of the body, or maybe it's the lower legs are off from the rest. I don't know. It's not super obvious, not super noticeable, so I wouldn't worry about that too much, especially in person. You don't see it so much. But he's got really nicely detailed shading going on through most of the blue. They did a really good job. Hopefully it's showing up on camera. They did a really good job airbrushing that dark blue shading on those lowlights. So that's really nice. The yellow paint job, yellow is always iffy. They did a pretty good job for most of it. The only part that doesn't look that great is these little horns right here coming up on his torso, and then this part here. Even though there is orange shading throughout the yellow, this yellow is just a little muddy, and same for those. On the back, other than the lines not being perfectly square, the yellows are a little more deep, a little solid. So it's not bad. It's not something that you're going to notice right off bat, so it's okay. They sculpted this onto his torso, so that's a hard plastic there, and it is sculpted all the way down. So it's actually not, it's not just painted on. You can tell that there's something there, so that's cool. It's got that nice collar on there. Nice detail sculpting on the face. I like the look of it. He doesn't look like a bad guy, so that kind of lends itself to my theory of him being in the Justice League. And then they put the goatee and the eyebrows and all that on there. Decent paint job. He does have one eye that's a little different than the other, but it's not horrible. So it's a pretty cool looking figure. As far as articulation goes, the head can look up and down, side to side. Doesn't rock too much from side to side though, just the swivel. Standard DCUC shoulders. They're really stiff because I've never posed him before, but they are there. We have the bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then we have a wrist swivel. Both hands are made to be able to hold his pitchfork spear trident thingy. Ab crunch, not as good as it could be. It doesn't have the greatest range of motion for some reason. We do have a waist swivel, standard DCUC hips, so not much to point out there. Thigh swivel, single jointed knee, and then we have the ankle pivot that works fairly well. So yeah, the yellow could be painted a little bit better, and the ab crunch isn't that great. But this figure does have a really nice look to him. I think mostly because of that nice molded light blue plastic with the dark blue shading throughout the musculature. It gives him a real nice look, a real finished look. So I do recommend the figure. I think he's pretty cool. And if you're a Blue Devil fan, then go ahead and pick him up. Or if you're trying to complete a team that he's on, I wouldn't bother hesitating. You can probably grab him for a pretty good price. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.